It's awesome. We got it. We're good. Shoulders back, head up. Try to pretend like you have all of the energy in the world and you really don't want to just crumble on the floor right now and take a nap because you're tired. You got this. You got this. You're good, Shantine. Do the things. Yes. Hi, I'm Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things and where Mrs. Soap and Clay likes to continue to gripe about how tired she is. But my God, who else's like holiday season this year has just been taking it out of them? I don't know if we're gonna survive, you guys. But here's a fun video to help you survive, and maybe, you know, some cool like Christmas ideas behind it too, because it's the December birthstone video, which is super exciting. Now, this particular birthstone, this was the hardest one that I've ever done. I had a really tough time with this because December has 3 birthstones, right? They have the tanzanite and the zircon and the turquoise. And I was torn because I love turquoise. It reminds me of my grandfather in very real big ways. He actually used to cut turquoise. That was one of his hobbies. And tanzanite, my mother loves tanzanite. She was born in December. She, like, her wedding ring is actually tanzanite. It's gorgeous. And so there's that. And then the zircon is, like, I think supposed to be the official. So I had a tough time with this one, and I did not exactly know what to do with the design, so I decided to do all 3. So that's what you are getting today. We're going to see the making of the December birthstone, which is zircoisanite. Yes, so let's go check that out, and I will sit down while I talk about the making so I can get a little break. So I totally need to like start a countdown thing on the channel or the Facebook page or the something for the how many days left to Christmas. Not to like freak anybody out, like get your Christmas shopping done, but because I am counting down the days left to Christmas because that means that's when my break begins, which is, it's cool. Like, I'm looking forward to a break. But this soap, December birthstone, it means that we're one step closer to my break. And these little gems that we made today, again, I decided to do all 3 of the potential December birthstones, right? Because I don't know which one I liked better. Because my mom's wedding ring is a tanzanite, and I like the purple that's in tanzanite for sure. And my grandfather, who was not born in December, but he really liked to cut turquoise, and I have beautiful turquoise rings that he, you know, made for me. So turquoise is an option, and then like zircon. I don't even know if I'm saying zircon right, is the thing. I don't know anything about it. But I decided with this, because I know a lot about, you know, tanzanite and turquoise, so that's cool. But then we can throw in some zircon colored things as well, and just make it a bar of all 3. And lucky December, you know, babies, you get 3 different birthstones to choose from. I mean, I think that most months have have like at least 2 to choose from though. So, you know, it's all a thing. But for this, I wanted to incorporate all 3. Now, for the oil blend for this is a 50-50 split of liquid to solids, and the solid oils are babassu and coconut. The liquid oils are olive and apricot And that's it. Wow, that's it. That's fun. I love it. Now I want to do, essentially this is a 2-layer bar with a drop swirl on the top. And so the bottom layer is going to be the turquoise, is the thinking, right? So we're going to color it a beautiful turquoisey blue, and I think that this particular turquoisey blue is mermaid blue from Brambleberry. I believe that is the mica, and it's delightful. Now the kaolin clay went into the entire batch, so lots and lots of kaolin clay in this guy that was dispersed through the batch. It was dispersed in water and then, you know, put into the batch after we hit emulsification. And that beautiful blue, isn't that gorgeous? I love everything about that. That is delightful. And so that will be about half the bar, right? Will be the turquoise color, and then white on the top with a drop swirl with the remaining 2 colors, so you can get the zircon and the tanzanite. And actually I'm making myself really paranoid that I don't know that I'm saying zircon right, because it sounds weird coming out of my mouth. Like that's a weird thing to name a stone. So I'm gonna have to look it up, because now it bothers me that I don't know things. But let's go pour this and, you know, check out the pour. So the scent blend that's going into this is actually really cool. This is a bergamot and a sugared lime. And I have just, I mean, really, if you think about all of the birthstones, it was all an accident, but now it's become, I'm actively conscious of it. So now I'm intentionally doing it, starting with this one right now. It's a cool blend between a very herbaceous type scent, very botanical, and something that's sweet, right? Like we did the mango patchouli, very earthy, very hippie, and then that very sweet mango, so that's delightful. The sugared mint for the September bar, for sure. The blackberry sage for the October bar. Yes, all of the things. So this is a bergamot and a sugared lime, which is delightful. Now I am laying down a mica line, and by mica I mean activated charcoal line, to this soap because turquoise has veins. And so I want some of the veins in the bottom portion because, you know, veins. And also I put some gold in there too because some of the veins within turquoise, that's such a gorgeous, like, just beautiful stone. And so I wanted to put some gold veins in too because that is represented within turquoise as well. And we'll see how that mica line actually works because I was super lazy with putting it in, but that shot right there is gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? I have high hopes that the gold will remain in these bars for something. Now for the top section, again, it's basically a 50-50 split of the batter between the top and the bottom. So the bottom part went turquoise, and the top is going to be mostly white with just a couple ounces taken out for the purple and the blue, a different color blue than the turquoise blue because we're doing the zircon for the, you know, darker blue thing there. And so yeah, that will be used as a drop swirl at the kind of top of the bar. So the majority of the white will go in, and then we will do a drop swirl, and we will not take a hanger to it, I don't think. I usually don't ever take a hanger to a drop swirl unless I'm fairly confident that the drop swirl didn't work and I need to turn it into something else. So 98% certain I did not take a hanger to this one. Let's check it out. Who knows? Now, the scent, the rest of the scent will be, you know, mixed between the three, and we'll do the thing. It's all very the thing. I guess I should be talking more about these sort of steps within soap, the soap videos or whatever. I actually had someone comment about a month or so ago, and she said something to the effect of, I'm new to your channel, but I don't ever see you put the lye in. What do you use to, you know, saponify your soaps? I'm like, yeah, lye, for sure. I don't ever really talk about it when it goes in unless it's like a special kind of lye. And she was on a video where it was just, you know, the dump of the distilled water, lye solution, and go. And so not a super special kind of lye, just basic lye. But yeah, lye goes into soap for sure. And with the saponification process, it is finding all those fatty acids and binding to them and changing their chemical structure into a salt. And so the lye no longer remains after saponification is complete. But I don't know. I've been having so much fun just chit-chatting about random things in videos that I'm not explaining every single step of the process, which I guess maybe I should do more of, because I think there are very few sudsers at this point that have actually been around since day one, right? I mean, there are a lot of sudsers that have been around since day one, but we get new ones daily, right? And so those people could have come in on any number of on any video. That's 241 potential options. And so, well, I made a note. Yes, lye went into this, and the scent blend gets dispersed between the three, kind of in equal parts. And then that is just a drop swirl of both of the colors. I pour really high to let gravity do its thing, so it goes down the bar a little bit, and then I lower my pour for the rest of it, so it's not all just sort of all of the colors just in one place, right? And then the rest of the white soap batter will get layered into the drop swirl as well, and then, you know, fill at the top. And then I do, you know, I think I'm probably going to take a skewer to the top of this, just because that's what I do with all soaps, even though I know that I'm about to put birthstones on, like the gems on, whatever. It's all habit, really. And so, yeah, you know, all the rest of the soap goes in, and then just give it a messy whatever, just the top. I'm not actually taking the stick any further down than just the first little layer there. So maybe, you know, 1/8 of an inch. And then once it has firmed up a little bit, I will be placing all the different gemstones. And again, I made 3 different colors of gemstones. I mean, I guess 4, kinda, with this, because I wanted to represent tanzanite and turquoise and zircon. And I still haven't looked up zircon, because I'm like literally talking with the video. And so once I start looking something up on my phone's going to start dinging, and people hate it when they hear things in my life when videos are happening. Like, they hate that. And I'm like, what do you expect? This is my life. This is a piece of my life. And so the whole concept of, you know, keeping kids or dogs or phones or whatever completely silent is just, I mean, I am not Michael Bay. I am not trying to make like real, you know, videographer type whatevers. I am making soap while chit-chatting about life and, you know, fun with like-minded people. So I don't, whatever. But anyway, I'm looking up zircon right now, and it looks like it is actually pronounced zircon. So that's fun. And it can come in a whole lot of different colors too. It kind of looks like the most common color is like a brown or a copper type color. That's interesting. So I picked blue for the zircon, because 2 other kind of blue or blue purples or whatever with the tanzanite and the turquoise. So actually a copper would have looked really cool with those 2 blues too, though. Could have gone either way, but I went this way. And so I am excited to see what the ultimate cut ends up looking like. This will be put in the oven for gel and C-pop, but not before I spritz it with some rubbing alcohol as well as some mica to make the top shimmer a little bit. And then it will go into the oven for C-pop. And honestly, if any of those gems up there melt, I think that'll still be cool, because zircon actually comes in a lot of different colors, or shapes rather, not colors. We just discussed that. All of these stones actually come in a lot of different colors, and so if some of them melt and kind of flatten out, it would be cool. But for now, that is ready to go into the oven for C-pop, so we can cut it. Okay, and day 2, and on to the cut, and so far so good. It looks really beautiful. This is a very, very soft bar of soap at this point. Because of the 50-50 split between solid and liquid oils, for sure, and also because the liquid oils contain a lot of olive, and olive oil soaps just stay softer longer. So the bar itself, soft, but it will not be, I mean, you have the clay and everything in it, so it's not going to be soft for very long at all. And hey, that's cute. I like that. That's super beautiful. The turquoise line, I think next time I'm going to do more mica lines with the turquoise at the bottom, like closer to the bottom, and so there's more sort of variation within the blue and the black down there, so you can actually see the veins of the turquoise. But I think it works ultimately, so it doesn't really matter. Now, one of the big benefits of having the soap be this soft is if any of these little, you know, gemstones are popping out, I can totally smoosh those back in, and they will adhere to the really soft soap batter as it continues its cure process. No problem whatsoever. So, you know, that's good. And yeah, no, that's super cute. I love the different, I mean, I like swirled soaps in general. Anyone who has been a part of my channel for half a second knows that I really prefer swirls to anything else. But drop swirls are fun because there's just such cool variation that can exist. And you can do some really fun things with drop swirls if you're doing something intentionally and not looking for like a haphazard. But I was going haphazard, and that's gorgeous. So yeah, I mean, you can like do really precise lines, pour it at like 8 inches above the mold to do the thing, to get one really deep, you know, drop swirl, and then layer it on top of that, lowering your, all a thing. There are people who super duper specialize in drop swirls and make some stunning soaps. For me, I just like them to be super random. And I like how that one ended up all the way down to the blue. That's super beautiful. And again, the scent blend, that bergamot and the sugared lime, that's a total win for me. I like what we ended up accidentally doing for all of the birthstones with that kind of weird combination of sweet and herbaceous. But yeah, that is day 241, the December birthstone. And yeah, it's super pretty. I like it. And there it is, the December birthstone, the zirconite. Yes, I think that's adorable. I'm shipping that. That's good. Ship it. And yeah, I really actually love this design. This pour was really fun to make. It was a beautiful pour. I wanted to get a couple more lines with the black in the activated charcoal and the actual turquoise part, but I think it totally does what it was meant to do regardless. So that's super cool. The scent blend on this is so beautiful. I love this. For November, we had done the mango patchouli, right? And I really liked playing with that. And then before in October, we'd done blackberry sage. And so I'm just really loving picking these like really like bright and herbaceous type scents and mixing them with a sweeter. It's been lovely. So I really do like this one. If you are interested in the December birthstone soap, you can totally find it on the website. It is at soapandclay.com. If you're interested in following me on social media, I am there, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you are interested in seeing, you know, if I manage to collapse on camera within the next few weeks while we drive the whole, you know, 2020 home, subscribe to the channel because I guess it'll be entertaining if that happens. I mean, I hope that you feel bad for me if it does. We are all going to make it through just fine. Say that to yourselves. Please say it to me. Please. And yes, for those of you who are subscribed, I know you will say it to me, so thank you. You are my sudsers, and I love you so very much for being so. Thank you for being here for another round of 365 days of soap. That is it for me today. I got to go back to filling the orders and doing the things. I will see you guys all again tomorrow. Bye.